Welcome to Divine Hand for another soulful, insightful, spiritual message. Take what resonate, leave what doesn't. Okay, I pre-pulled some cards for our convenience. This morning we are starting off with the spirit animals. As you know, this is one way God communicates to us for awareness and self-improvement. Okay, so with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so the first animal we have is the vulture. Then we have the beetle, the crab, and the betta fish. Okay. So we're going to go with the vulture first. And the vulture is about purification, right? It's about divine timing and rebirth, right? The vulture helps you release what's dead, heavy, or maybe some toxicity in your life. Okay. So it could be a person, place, or thing, collective. Okay. Um, that spirit is bringing this to your awareness. Okay. This is Scorpio energy, so this has to do with that venom, that poison, right? That may be poisoning your energy. Okay. And there's a need for you to purify with this vulture, and this is what spirit is trying to get across to someone here. Okay. So then we have the beetle. The beetle is about creativity, right? It's about protection. It's about hard work, right? It's about persistence. And Capricorn, this is Capricorn energy, okay? And the beetles are a symbol of spiritual armor, like having that protection, spiritual protection. You are protected, spirit says to someone here, right? It represents manifestation and building your future step by step, okay? um so if people is so collective, if you're in a rush to like build something, don't be. Okay. You have to crawl before you walk. This is what spirit want me to say to someone here, right? It's okay to crawl. Okay, it's okay to do things step by step. It's okay, right? Be thankful for where you at with something, okay? Because it can always be worse, okay? That's what I say to myself, right? Or someone else is always in a worse situation. You can like be passed away, laid to rest, and then your time is up on this plane. Okay, so I just wanted to say that to someone here. Be thankful for where you at, and don't be so rush whatever you're trying to grow. Okay. This is also about connecting. This beetle is also about connecting and renewal, okay, and life cycles, okay. This beetle encourages you to be resourceful and use what you have to create something new. Okay, so being resourceful, all right, being persistent with that beetle. Okay, the next spirit animal we have is the crab, and this is about emotional protection, right? This is Cancer energy. Okay, and this is about your intuition. This is about cycles, and cycles needs to be purified and closed, right? With that vulture. This is about home, family, or inner security, right? This is symbolizing moving sideways, right? Instead of head on, right? Like just like dodging those bullets. You see what I'm saying? Like Jew. You know what I'm saying? So like sometimes the indirect path is the right one for you, collective. This is what spirit is saying to someone here with that crab, okay? Then we have the betta fish, right? And the betta fish is confidence, is beauty, is inner strength, right? It's courage. And this is Aries energy, okay? So we got water, earth, and fire, okay? This is the betta fish symbolize standing out and embracing your uniqueness, okay? Whatever makes you unique, okay? Whatever makes you stand out is what spirit wants you to embrace. This is going to be your path. This is going to be your way forward, okay? So don't try to dim yourself for other people or try to copy other people. We all have individual uniqueness about us, okay? So embrace that is what spirit's saying to someone here, okay? This also represents courage to show your true colors. Show your true colors. Sometimes you don't even have to wait for people to show your true colors. If you know energy and you know people, you already see their true colors, and you accept them how they are. You either distance yourself or keep them around. That's your choice. You got free will. Okay. Embrace emotional expression and creative flow. Okay. So being in that flow as far as your creativity. Okay. Having emotional expression, right? Like, don't be like dead. Express your like this vulture, right? Because then they coming down to eat you up, and you like dead. And we have spiritual vultures too. Don't get it twisted, okay? So this is what spirit is relaying to someone here about these animals, okay? So I pulled some tarot on that, and let's begin, okay? So we got the high priestess for the vulture, and so basically the high priestess is your intuition, your inner wisdom, right? And so being purified, right? Being in a space of purification, is going to help you with that intuition. We can be talking about a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, okay? This is the high priestess energy, okay? So this is the knowing, right? This is basically a release, okay, a transformation and purifying into that high priestess, so you can tap into that inner wisdom. You can tap into that spiritual insight, and that spiritual wisdom is what spirit's getting across to someone here. Now we have the beetle. We have the four of swords, right? And so the four of swords is like recovering, right? So it's like spiritual protection. You resting, you meditating, you breathe, you putting in those spiritual protections, right? That's going to ground you like the Capricorn, as the earth energy suggests, right? With this beetle, right? So to gain that inner peace, right? And so to balance you out as the Libra for the four of swords, okay? And this is what spirit is saying, getting across to you, someone here, okay? Now we have the six of cups for the crab, right? And the crab, as I was telling you, is about emotional protection, right? It's about cycles, right? It can be home, family, right? And this, your childhood. The six of cups represents your childhood. What nourished you, what didn't, right? So whatever you didn't receive in your childhood, you are responsible to give that to yourself now as an adult, right? If you didn't receive nourishment, then you are responsible to nourish yourself, right? You are responsible to nourish that child from your childhood, okay? Even if you're an adult, right? This is about your intuition, okay? This is your can't this is protecting those nostalgia, protecting those childhood memories, right? Whether good or bad, right? And then nourishing them bad ones is what spirit is trying to get to someone here through that crab spirit animal. Now we have the beta, okay? And for the beta, we got the Fool card. So this is like taking a leap of faith, having the courage, as the beta fish suggests. This is Aries energy, so just being that natural born leader, right? Being unique in your way, and embracing that uniqueness, right? As the beta spirit suggests, right? And then taking that leap of faith, like the Fool card, right? Just not being a fool, but believing in yourself, right? Because the Fool card can be Aries or Aquarius. I like to lean towards both, actually, okay? Because you have to take a leap of faith, right? You have to tap into that star energy, that inner light, but you also need to have that fire in your soul that's burning with that Fool card, okay? For you to take that leap of faith, right? Okay, so it's about courage, right? It's about your uniqueness is standing out, and it's okay to take that leap of faith, as spirit is saying to someone here. Okay, so let's get like one more card to try to wrap this up. Oh, thank you, spirit. Okay, so we got the Knight of Earth, right? And so this is about security, right? This is about abundance. Spirit is saying you're going to be abundant once you implement all of these things, right? You live and you learn. So there will be success. There will be security, right? And you're going to need to protect that. You're going to need to be grounded and protect that, right? So this is what Spirit is saying to someone here. I hope you got something out of this. Thank you for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one.